Week 12 of the NFL season, and we're underway on EA Sports.
Takes it at the 7. And makes it across the 20 as his guys will set up shop at the 23-yard line. So here are the Commanders making their way out.
And they will be led out by their 6'4 quarterback.
It's a pretty bland game he had last time out. Ended up throwing one interception. Didn't have a touchdown to offset it. But the team found a way to win. He found a way to lean on other parts of the offense that carried them through.
And they'll run it. This is James Robinson.
And he is met quickly in the backfield. Down he goes, folded like a lawn chair. Call it officially a loss of 2 on the first play from scrimmage. Second down.
This defense is a difficult one to prepare for, one of the best in the league. They'll come at you from all angles, and they did a nice job there stopping him for a loss.
So the opening play of the drive goes backwards. Now they'll come up on 2nd and 12. Back to throw.
And that throw behind his man. He missed him. Incomplete.
3 and out. A real danger here on their opening drive as they come up on a 3rd and 12. And he can't get away from the pressure. The Giants get there. It's a loss of 10 on the sack, and it leads to 4th.
It always helps for a visiting team to come in and set the tone on defense. In fact, when we talked with them prior to the game, they said they wanted this home crowd to feel like they had to hide their valuables when they were in town.
Well, the home crowd quiet now early. See if their offense can take over and get some points on the board.
Tress Way on 4th down is sent out to punt.
He was called on 3 times in the win last week as his first one here's away. On the return, Jackson.
A pretty good punt there, but also a nice return of 12 yards.
And it'll be Giant football 1st and 10. So out comes this offense to take over for the first time. And they will be led out by a guy certainly still trying to prove himself here in the league, the young rookie quarterback.
But when I reviewed last week's game and saw the 4 touchdown passes that he threw, I thought about you during the Turkey Bowl last year.
Yeah,
you guys
right.
had the same stats, except he got the NFC Offensive Player of the Week award with his.
Well, he got touchdowns, I got picks. I like going back watching the film with you, and we thought it was a good performance in person. Obviously was, but you thought even better on tape. It was really something to watch.
Yeah, but I loved was how he spread it around. A lot of people involved in the passing offense. 4 touchdown passes culminated it.
These are his numbers from last week's contest. 19 carries, 69 yards, and a touchdown.
He comes into this one ranked 9th in the NFL in rushing. I think that every member of that offense knows exactly where he sits. You can see it from every one of them out there. They're all fully committed to making this a game where he really breaks free and climbs a couple of spots.
Looking to throw. And he's going to be swallowed up. Sacked back at the 45-yard line.
Multiple players combined for their team's first sack of the game. It seemed like he kept going through those progressions, and I thought he might dump that underneath, but he couldn't get rid of the football in time.
And I have to wonder if he was thinking while he was back there, I wish there were a lot less progressions on this play. Just someone that I could dump the ball to and get it out of my hands.
On 4th down, Jamie Gillen on to punt for the Giants.
Yikes. Terrible kick headed straight for the sidelines. And no return here. Where will they spot him? They say just outside the 20-yard line.
Now Washington going to retake the field for drive number 2. And they have the game here followed by the open date on their calendar next weekend. And Charles, this is a crew that you have to think really is relishing the opportunity to be on the couch for a few days.
Yeah, they certainly are, but let's face it, partner. They can't get caught looking ahead to that couch time while they're playing this one. They've got to take care of business first.
The numbers for Beckham in last week's effort. 10 catches, 132 yards.
Better tighten up the coverage if you expect to slow this guy down, because if he gets going, he'll eat you up.
2nd and 2. Off to Thomas on the left side.
And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. His first catch of the game, good for 11 and a first down.
I like how they work the tight end on a nice little under route there. And if you're going to give him that much space, he's not going to catch the football. He's going to run away from you a little bit, and that's exactly what he just did there, picking up extra yardage.
On first down, he'll drop to throw. In trouble, and he's taken down.
Multiple players getting home there for an 8-yard loss. We had a pretty good idea that they were going to pressure this young quarterback, and that's now 2 sacks here in the first quarter.
And, yeah, this is a secret to exactly nobody, because if you're a rookie quarterback, you know you're going to see pressure. Defenses want to see how you're going to handle it, or if it forces you into making bad decisions. That's their goal.
Got to imagine the pass rush will be equally intense here on second down following the sack. It's 2nd and 18.
The first carry for the Memphis man, Antonio Gibson.
And they only get a yard back there. They'll be left with a 3rd down and long. They'll look to throw here. Toward the sideline, it's complete. An athletic grab, but still well short of the first. And now the punter, Tress Way, as he sends this one away. And no one there to stop it. Hits at the 8, but it carries all the way into the end zone for a touchback.
So the Giants getting the football back here for their second drive. And, Charles, if the season ended today, and it's not going to, we still have December left.
More football.
We're only in November. But they would be a wild card team. And that's great. They'd be in the playoffs, but you know they're trying to bump up to be one of those division leaders.
That guarantees you at least one home game in the playoffs, and that's what you're really seeking. But there also isn't much margin for error for this team, right? Because right where they're sitting, a 2-game losing streak can have them out of the playoffs, so they've got to make sure they continue to keep the momentum going.
Absolutely. There's some sharks smelling blood in the water behind them.
So now they have to contend with 2nd and 13 after the first down run goes backwards. They'll go to Barkley again. Looking to find a lane, but he can't. Reined in at the line of scrimmage. Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. And he'll just get rid of it.
On 4th down, here's Jamie Gillen on to punt.
And he'll take it on this side of midfield. 33 yards is the distance on the punt there. And this offense will take over right at the midfield stripe with a 1st and 10.
Now this offense back out and set to go for their next drive. Well, partner, fast forward with me for a second. Remember, next week they have the open week, so they're going to get some extended rest. Does that change how they manage the rest of this one?
I think it does a little bit, but not by too much, because you're right. You get the extra rest, you get a chance to heal up and kind of, do a little bit of a reset for this team. But it's also 7 extra days to think back to the last time you were on the field. So now, a little more importance on what they're getting done because they carry it with them for essentially 2 weeks.
They give him 16 yards there, and it's a Washington first down. Well, that is a running back who is not about to go down easily. He fought his way through the contact until the seas opened up for him.
Yeah, and this could be a sign of what this defense is in for because, all week long the coaches were preaching to the defense. You've got to be able to wrap up against a back like him or he can make you pay. Technique, technique, technique.
On 1st and 10, it's Robinson.
And inside the 20 before he's brought down. 16 yards, a little deja vu from the previous play where they got 16. No score after 1 on EA Sports.
Second quarter down from our nation's capital, and it's Washington in possession of the football as they've got it with a 1st and 10.
That's going to be caught by Samuel.
And they've got this down to about the 12-yard line. Second down and a run by Robinson.
And he'll be dropped at about the 11 after only a yard.
Robinson will try to pick it up.
No gain on the play there, and it'll bring up 4th down. They'll drop to throw.
Looking and finding Thomas in the end zone. Touchdown, Washington. Logan Thomas, his 2nd touchdown on the season. And the Commanders post the first points of the ballgame as they take the lead here in this 2nd quarter. Charles, every time that he makes one of these plays, I think the front office, they get a bigger and bigger collective smile because they feel more confident that they have found their guy, their future at quarterback.
And they should feel that way. It's obvious he's a big part of why they have such a good record this season. You're right about the bright future as well, and by association, a bright future for the franchise too.
Taken from about the 12. And they'll get him down inside the 30 at the 27. And now this offense comes back out onto the field.
They've shown precious little here offensively thus far as they try again with a 1st down now. Here's a play fake as they set up to throw.
Open target here, Darius Slayton.
And he'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield. A good pickup there, 26 yards.
And as a quarterback, you always want to exploit gaps in a defense, and he finds one here. Crossing route, working from right to left across the field. And once you get defenders going in the wrong direction, it is awfully hard for them to pivot back, and you end up getting the 1st down.
This offense finding its legs now. Here's another 1st and 10. They'll set up to throw. To the sideline, and wow, what a catch there. He doesn't get a lot, but he was able to get the feet down complete. On 2nd down, here's Barkley. Trying to run inside, but nothing there. They'll need to get this to the 38. That's where the 1st down marker is here on 3rd.
And he'll get this underneath, dropping it off for Barkley.
And this won't do it. He needed 6. He only got halfway there.
And now time will be called here as Washington has an injured player down on the field. While they come out and take a look at him, we will step aside for just a moment.
So now on comes the field goal unit, and wow, this is no ordinary try here. So this will be spotted on the midfield logo. It's a 58-yard attempt, and he missed it. It's no good, and this will stay at a 7-point game.
Well, Brandon, anything beyond 50, you start rolling the dice a bit. And once you get up around 57, 58 yards, the chances of making it go down dramatically. And sure enough, this one winds up no good.
So here is Washington now to take over.
They were winners over the Dolphins last week. They are on top right now as well as they come up 1st and 10. Two sides to every coin. This is the bad side of missing the 58-yarder. Now they start at the 48. They'll come out throwing here on 1st down.
That's into the hands of his tight end Bates. And they're going to get this to about the 44-yard line. On 2nd down, a run with Gibson.
And he's got room. Past the 20. And he will finally be taken down at the Giants' 11. That one good for 33 in the 1st. One thing that's great about watching him run, Charles, he doesn't hesitate. He got to the left side of his own line and just went.
So there's 2 ways to look at that. One, just absolutely unconcerned, just takes off and goes. But more the latter, I think, which is he has absolute confidence in the guys in front of him, the guys doing the blocking for him. He just takes it and goes with abandon.
And that is caught. Touchdown, Washington. Odell Beckham with career touchdown number 60.
And the Commanders go up by 2 touchdowns.
A
I'll let you do the analysis, partner, but with every touchdown pass his young quarterback throws and with the success that his team has had, I just continue to be more and more impressed.
Let's both do the analysis. Impressed. Aren't we both?
Yeah.
I mean, and why shouldn't we be? We've seen him improve throughout the year. We've seen him settle in now, and you can see the confidence of the team has grown. His confidence has grown. I think that everyone around this guy feels good about what they've seen, and it's also safe for him when he's driving home to turn on Sports Talk Radio. He's okay.
This one taken just inside the 10. And he'll go down as this drive will start at the 25-yard line. The New York set to take the field. And they're in a bind early here, down 14-0. Are you worried at this stage or still too early?
You're worried. You're just trying not to transmit it to the rest of your team. You want to make sure that they stay positive. But at the same time, you're wondering, how are we going to move the football? What do we have on this play sheet that can work? Get back to basics is usually your answer. And make sure you find the guy who can move the ball fastest for you if you just get it in his hands.
Yeah, still second quarter. You get points on the board here. I think you're feeling okay.
When you're struggling on offense, you're looking for anything possible to get you going. Sometimes you do it like basketball teams that don't normally press. You put a press on, bring people to life, make them move a little bit quicker. Maybe that'll help them as they head towards the half.
Now on first down, he'll drop to throw it.
He'll get this complete to Kadarius Toney.
A give to Barkley out of the gun. A nice little juke. And he's dropped just before the line to gain. 4-yard pickup leaves him with 3rd and 1.
2 minutes to play, first half. It's 14-0. An extra man in the secondary for Washington on 3rd down.
They're going to look to throw.
A swing pass here to Edwards. And he will have a Giants first down as they're able to convert on 3rd and short yardage with a gain of 4. This one goes out wide for Barkley. And he'll be taken down, but not before they work this to the 45. 2nd and 6.
They'll set up the screen to Barkley.
And they're going to get this to about the 44-yard line.
The Giants going to go ahead and use the first of their timeouts as they'll stop it with just over a minute to go before halftime.
Good reactions there defensively. That screen was a little slow in developing, and they shut that one down with little gain.
They'll stick with the passing game as he looks to throw.
That's complete to Slayton. And they're going to have another first down here as the tackle's made at Washington's 31-yard line.
Now another timeout called for by the offense as they get the stoppage with a little over 50 seconds to go in the first half. They'll look to throw again.
And that'll be caught by Toney. And they're going to get this down to about the 17-yard line here.
Well, these guys have definitely been outplayed in the first half, but I like their countenance. I like the way that they haven't panicked out there, the way they're carrying themselves. They're starting to move the ball, and what you have to do, maintain your poise and start to put together some drives.
So from the 17 now, here's a 1st and 10.
From the red zone now, they'll look to throw. Steps away to his left. And he wisely will throw that one away. So after the incompletion on first, now 2nd and 10. Again, he'll drop to throw.
Catch made by Slayton. He's down inside the 10 to the 8. And it comes on a gain of 8.
The Giants going to burn their 3rd and final timeout as they stop it with 16 seconds to go in half number 1. They missed a field goal on their last drive. Here they need something to even get into field goal range on 3rd down. Now here's a look for the end zone, but that one's going to wind up incomplete.
Oh, they were so close. That close to their first points of the game. Just needed to hang on just a second longer, but he couldn't complete the process of the catch through the jostling from the defender.
Gano's kick is good, and they will get themselves on the board here at 14-3. Or maybe a moral victory of sorts. They're on the board here late in the first half, but this offense just hasn't looked that sharp.
Yeah, but at least they got the 3 points, right? At least they have something to, quote-unquote, hang their hats on and maybe feel a little bit better about themselves as they head to the half.
The Washington offense at the line and ready to roll. And with 8 seconds on the clock, really not a lot of time to try to put anything together.
And they'll indeed start on the ground to run that clock. So we have reached halftime here in an 11-point contest. As we'll see again, the coach now to Orlando. That's where we find Jonathan Coachman, ready with our EA Sports halftime report. Coach.
Okay, Brandon, Vikings, they're over. We once again get out. Let's get a look at the next year's stats in that first half for the Giants. And they didn't get a whole lot accomplished in the air those first 2 quarters of play. They'll need to up their game if they want to rally all the way back. Meanwhile, for Washington, their numbers on the ground as they'll try to keep the momentum going into the second half.
All right, Coach, thanks very much. Fine work as always as we welcome you back for quarter number 3. And he will not bring it out. It's a touchback. The Giants about set to go to begin this third quarter. Charles, it'll be interesting to see what adjustments this offense made in the locker room. Haven't really been able to get anything going offensively, virtually nothing in the ground attack either. So certainly something has to change here in quarter 3.
And I'm pretty sure their friends from the defensive side of the ball told them exactly that, because those guys, the stop troops, they've been playing pretty well. They've kept them around in this game. Now they got some time. The running game struggled in the first half. Opposition knows how to focus on defending the pass here. They've got to re-energize that ground game and maybe open things up for a comeback here in this half.
They'll come up now 2nd and 4 from the 31. Now back to throw. Flush to his right. Oh, you saw that one coming. It's intercepted. Thrown back across his body.
Picked up by the former Giant, James Bradbury. And the Commanders are going to take possession of the football.
As they started that drive, I think they looked at the scoreboard and said, this is a manageable deficit, guys, but let's go ahead and start cutting it down right here. Instead, an interception happened, so a 2-possession game might become 3. So as we get going here in the second half, this could rapidly reach the point where there isn't enough time left for a comeback if their defense doesn't bail them out.
They'll come out throwing here to start the drive. Over the middle to Beckham.
And he's going to be taken down just shy of the 35.
And now we get into the psychology of the whole thing, because a lot of teams with a 2-score lead in the third quarter, they almost become defensive with their offense, just playing not to lose. I think with this team, you got to figure at this point, this is a great spot for them to go into attack mode, really try and put the hammer down and finish this one off.
A give left side to Robinson.
And he's going to take this ahead for right around 3 yards, but no more than that. 2nd down.
Here's Robinson again on 2nd down.
And he's going to get this pretty close to the first down marker at the Giants' 26.
And hold on here, because on that last run, it looks like we have a player who was shaken up. Well, the medical staff is going to come out here and take a look, and we will take a short break.
Off the play fake, he'll look to throw.
His throw complete right side to Bates, the tight end. And he's going to have a Commanders first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion.
Many different ways to create space, but on that play, he did it with that big, wide body of his. Didn't get a whole lot of yardage on the play, but it did what it was supposed to. Pick up a first down.
So from inside the 20, here's 1st and 10 at the 18.
Looking to throw. Caught left side, it's Beckham.
And they've got this down to about the 12-yard line.
2nd and 4.
This one left side caught by Gibson. Touchdown, Washington. Antonio Gibson.
His first touchdown of the year, as his guys have opened up a very comfortable lead.
Well, with that touchdown pass, I'm going to bring up a point from earlier in the year. Some of the fans were saying, when do we turn to the rookie? Well, he's looking pretty good right now.
Yeah, I love the fact that the fans are bringing that up because I'm not the head coach, okay? So he's got to deal with it. But I think it's a legitimate question. With the way their season is going, I think now is the time to turn the page and let him get some starts before this season is over.
The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away. And a couple yards deep, he'll go to a knee. He won't return it. And they'll take it out to the 25. And the Giants ready to come out now.
I kind of feel like they've reached a do-or-die point in this game, Charles. If they're going to try to pull off an impressive comeback, it has to start right here, right now.
Yeah, now they've got a final chance to get out of this situation, but they also understand they've got to move the ball and move it fast. In addition, they need to save as much time so they can get 2 more possessions.
Here's 2nd and 8. Toward the left sideline, but it's incomplete. This offense in desperate need of a conversion as they come up on 3rd down. They'll look to throw here. And it's going to be incomplete. He was able to catch it there on the right sideline, but out of bounds, says the line judge. And it's going to bring up 4th down.
And here's Gillen on now to punt as he gets this one away.
And a fair catch taken back near about the 35, 36-yard line. It's just a 32-yard punt with no return.
And the Commanders will take over with a 1st and 10. And Washington going to come back out here to take over offensively. The football changing hands here, and as this offense takes the field, Charles, they'd be fine with more of the same on this upcoming drive. Last time out, they found the end zone for 6.
And they're certainly hoping for more of the same, but the game plan, I doubt it'll just be a carbon copy of the last drive because I think this offense is ready to break out some new wrinkles and try some new things that might be hidden in their playbook. They want to use that confidence to its advantage while also keeping the defense from anticipating what's up next.
They get 7 out of that, so they're left with a 3rd and 3. He'll look to throw.
That's out wide here for Robinson. And he's going to have a Commanders 1st down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion.
And while we may be looking at the scoreboard, this offense certainly is not because they're showing no signs of backing down, even with a 3-score lead here in the 3rd quarter. I think they keep taking their shots. They've seen blown leads happen throughout this league. They don't want to fall victim to it themselves.
They'll look to throw now on 1st down. He gets it to Thomas. And he's dropped right at the 40. Gain of 3. Back to throw again. He's got Thomas yet again complete.
And they're going to work this down to about the 32-yard line.
And the tight end is certainly a position built to move the chains because they can control space underneath. If they've got good hands, then of course they're a dynamic target. But one other thing is they're right in the sight lines of a quarterback on just about every play. And that makes it easier for the quarterback to pick him out and deliver.
Meanwhile, the throw here is complete. And he'll go down at the 26 following a gain of 6.
Straight ahead, it's Robinson.
It'll be a pickup of a couple, and it leaves him with a 3rd and 3.
On 3rd down, Robinson.
A 3-yard gain and enough for the 1st down. They'll set up to throw. That's going to be knocked away and incomplete.
In the 3rd quarter here in D.C., a 2nd and 10 upcoming. Now this one to his tight end out on the right side. And he'll be brought down on what's going to turn out to be the final play of this third quarter. So they'll get a little extra time to come up with his third down play as we've played 3 quarters. We'll return with more after this break. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. Back to throw. And he'll go right back to Thomas, complete again. And the Commanders are going to have first and goal as they try to finish off this drive with 6 points. He's been the go-to guy. They needed a big play there on third down. Went his way and worked out.
Doesn't matter whether they've scouted it or that they think he's going to get the ball. He has a knack for finding his way open and completing the connection.
So another third down conversion, and now they've got a first and goal. They'll drop to throw. And that's incomplete. The incompletion there stops the clock. Any surprise they're throwing here late?
Ordinarily, yes, because you would think enough is enough. They've got plenty of lead, but I've seen this a bunch of times as well. The defense can crowd the line of scrimmage. If you just hand it off inside, you're getting your running back popped a lot as well. Sometimes the defense dictates it. If they're going to crowd it, you may have no other choice but to throw it downfield.
Dotson has it. Touchdown, Commanders. A 5-yard touchdown catch. And the Commanders are looking to make it 2 straight as they add on to this fourth quarter lead. Another touchdown through the air for them, and for this rookie quarterback at the helm, he has put them in a great position, Charles, to get the victory in this one.
He's absolutely taken charge. Every touchdown for them has come via his arm. 0 rushing touchdowns, no special teams, no defensive scores. All him throwing the football. He's in cruise control right now, and so is his team.
The extra point by Sly is up and good. And they open the lead up now to 25. Is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away. This is taken just shy of the 10. And he brings us out past the 20 to the 24. Back on offense, New York gets set to take over. And Charles, a very uninspired effort the last time we saw them out there was a quick 3 and out, then they punted the football.
Yeah, and you never want to get stopped so soundly during a series, but what would be even worse now is letting it happen again right here. They've got to get going.
They'll set up the screen to Barkley. And he got blown up on that play. Back at the 20. Not what they had in mind there. That's going to go as a loss of 4.
Well, Brandon, we could see that play developing, and they were hoping that he was going to be able to put a move on the first guy and turn it into a big play. But no such luck. The speed on defense continues to get better and better in the NFL. Pretty nice example there of those guys being able to run from their assignments and finish off that play.
2nd and 14. Over the middle, caught by Bellinger. And he's brought down at the 24 after a gain of 4. The Giants on third down, lacking much success, just 2 for 7 to this point. This is 3rd and 10. And he's going to be brought down short of the first at about the 31-yard line. They'll go for a gain of 7. And that's going to bring up a 4th down. One thing I think that's safe to say defensively, the tackling's been really good.
And because of that, it's been very, very hard for them to move the ball because you're not getting the benefits of run after catch. Their tackler is almost on the spot. That means you have to run extra plays, harder to move it.
They'll run with Barkley. The Giants go on 4th, but come up empty. And Washington will take control of the football in great field position. And defensively, they were ready for that, a full-on blitz on 4th down, and they stop them short of the marker.
Oh, and someone's got to feel really good about that, and that's the defensive coordinator. He dialed up a great run blitz defense, and they hit it just right. Stack that thing up. They're going to feel awesome awesome going to the bench after that big play.
76 yards rushing for him now as he's carried it 13 times.
Well, that's a carry they have to be satisfied with, and throughout this game, they've been satisfied with what he's given them. Whenever they've needed a big run, a first down, he's the guy they've turned to, and it doesn't matter what the defense thinks. They've got the confidence to keep handing it to him and keep picking up good yardage.
They'll look to throw.
Dotson has it. Touchdown, Commanders.
A great effort there. His second touchdown of the game, his third on the year.
And the Commanders start to open this lead even wider here in the fourth.
He has really settled in throwing the football, and that touchdown here in the fourth quarter gives him a pretty comfortable cushion.
He may be a rookie, but he's playing like fourth quarter, and the QBing is easy. How about this guy? Youngster, not worried about anything, just cutting it loose and having fun.
Extra point by Sly is up and good.
And this one was over a while ago as they just add on to that big lead. Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes.
From the 10. And able to get this out to the 25.
The Giants offense now gets ready to head back onto the field.
Charles, we know that this offense is aggressive. We saw that last drive. They went for it on fourth down, didn't get it. Then they give up the touchdown. So now you feel like they really need to respond here.
They certainly do, but let's face it. Sometimes when you take that risk, you understand if you fail, a little more onus goes back on your ball club to try and pick themselves back up.
And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. They'll look to throw here on first down. Now they set up the screen. That's complete. And he'll lose yardage here, back at the 41. He was unable to shake free there, and they'll cover him for a loss of a yard.
Boy, how good has this defense been seemingly all game long?
I really think right from the first snap, I think you're really onto something there. In this passing game, it just can't get off the ground. And that play, it wound up losing yardage.
2nd and 11. And he drops it incomplete. And their struggles continue here. Again, he'll drop to throw. Gets this out to Saquon Barkley. And he'll only get this to the 47. He needed a few more yards to pick up the first. They do get 7 out of that, but not enough to prevent a fourth down.
And that's a play that's not uncommon on 3rd and long because the offense is just hoping that somehow they can get a guy in space and follow some blockers downfield. Does a pretty nice job there getting a few yards, but he ends up getting stopped before he can get the first down.
Got to try it here. He's back to throw. And it's incomplete. They cannot convert, and they turn it over. The Giants go on 4th, but come up empty. And that will force a turnover on downs. Now, they've clearly made a conscious decision here to be more aggressive in the late stages of this game here in the second half.
And I get it. In this situation, if you want to be aggressive out near midfield, you feel good about your defense maybe, or just, hey, I thought I had a proper play call. But how about the guys that just stopped them? How good do they feel right now? Hey, you want to go for it here? We shut you down? They're over on the bench right now feeling great.
It's a pickup of 4, and it'll bring up 2nd down. Again, it's Robinson. And he'll be brought down at about the 42.
And we are inside of 2 minutes left in this lopsided affair. So it's Commanders football as we get back to it.
They've got a 3rd down now as they look for one more first down to help salt this one away.
Got his target, Samuel. And he's going to have a Commanders first down by about a yard as they find a way to convert there on 3rd down and 5.
Would it be safe to say that as precise as routes are supposed to be run in the NFL, maybe they're not quite as precise in college ball?
That's accurate, yeah.
And I think we saw a college route in the NFL there. Just find the soft spot, find the dead zone, and find the first down. And that's what he just did.
So they accept the penalty, of course, and push the offense backwards a bit.
Still first down.
Now they need 15 yards on this series after the delay of game. 1st and 15.
Robinson up the middle.
It's a 5-yard pickup, so essentially they get the penalty yardage back, and it's back to 2nd and 10.
Handoff now to Robinson.
Call it a gain of 4, and it'll leave them with a 3rd down and 6 to go.
This was a really nice display, Charles, of complementary football, especially